Wait, no. Hi guys, my name is Carlos Calzada, and today I'll be leading this discussion, section 3 and section 4 and part 2 of integration phase. And now we have to figure out what we already know and what we don't know about the challenge we're going to make. Our challenge is how might we enable PR businesses to create digital content to increase customer engagement in social media? So, este, going with that track, we are answering two questions. The first question is, what are the aspects of the challenge that you already know a lot about? What are your assumptions? My answer was, I know that everybody is on social media. Everybody knows how to create an account. But what people don't know is what to post, what will caught the customer eye, uh, and how to make the people follow you back, follow your page back, not just see it and go like, okay, it looks great, but they don't follow it. So that's the that's what I say. My assumption is that people don't know how to literally manage. So yeah. And if any one of you guys wanna talk,
Yeah, I agree with you. I think one of my assumptions is that I know that businesses in Puerto Rico, m- a huge amount of their budget is dedicated or is supposed to be dedicated to ads and marketing, digital marketing, and it's a topic that can be a lot very important for these small and medium businesses, and most of the time they are by themselves to create it. The most of
yeah,
these small and medium businesses don't have the luxury of
paying someone else
hiring,
to,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly, hiring companies, and they rely on their expertise or the people that they know, and that's the thing that I know about this topic.
okay, impression,
Okay. Well, like Carlos said, everyone knows how to. Everyone is basically everyone has one or another social medias, and that means that since there's a lot, mostly everyone has social medias, then you can reach them through that the way in particular. And my assumption is that the social medias that are most that have most users are basically Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So I would assume that those are the best social medias to start a page for a business. And yeah, the pages also I would assume that they have to be updated frequently so that the
yeah,
customers stay.
okay, yeah,
That would be
I can I concur with you. Yeah. Well, now the second question, and this is now. Where are the aspects of the design challenge where you need to learn more? What you don't know. So what I don't know is what customers want to see. You know, I have my perspective, but I don't know like a lot of people perspective. I don't know what they want to see in that feed, and I don't know how to make my page more accessible or more I don't know present on other people's feed. Even they don't follow me by share or something. I don't know how to be accessible.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
and you guys?
I agree with you, and I think that one of the things that I would like to know more about, which can help in that question, is about the statistics. I think the statistics in the customer engagement field can help us a lot to figure out which type of information we seek out.
Yeah.
And I also think that we should know more about what are the most common problems that these businesses have in terms of digital content and the obstacles that they have in getting to engage their customers in. And also, one of the basic things that I don't know is the different ways that you can uh, different ways that you can implement uh, the digital content strategies. I don't know which are
Okay.
some
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the ways you can engage customers digitally, and I would like to know more
Yeah.
about that.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, I think that what I don't know and would like to learn about is which social to engage the customers, which social media would be better to use, for which type of customers. So I think that in order, to know what you have to put in your page, you should know who,
The market.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, your market, and and I don't know which social media would be better to reach your specific market.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. Yeah. And well, now we're done with that. We're now to go into section 4, plan your research. Here, we theoretically we have to go out into the world, but COVID, yeah, we're not going out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have to review these inspiration methods to interact with people, to learn from people. We have four points. Learn from people, learn from experts, immerse yourself in context, and seek analog inspiration. And we're gonna start with A, learn from people. And I'm gonna read this little paragraph with a review or resume of what we have to do. Who will you be designing for? Consider both the core user and the extended community. Imagine a map of all the people who might have something to do with your design challenge. Think think of characteristics that will make them interesting to meet. Also, consider speaking with users who represent extremes viewpoints. So, for me, here's like we have to mention individuals.
Yeah.
For me, I would like to design for a friend of mine that is starting a small business of uh, wallets, for men and for women, and like little bags or for laptops or but just like creating stuff. I don't know how to mention oh, the things that go to la calle San Sebastián, like they they have little booths.
Yeah, like
They sell you like art and stuff. How do you call that?
yeah, I know what
Eh,
you're saying, but I don't know the name.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, it's the
Like the
I really
booths.
forgot. Oh my god, I really forgot. Well, we just keep it on. He makes wallets and that kind of stuff.
like like
And
handmade stuff. I think you're
Yeah,
like sell like handmade stuff. I think you mean, right?
yeah,
artesanías, they're called in Spanish, right?
exactly.
Artesanías.
Uh, the second like este person I wanna like not design because he already has a social media, but like help him get bigger and promote himself. Is the local shop Fresh Company sells clothes and sometimes shoes.
Yeah.
So I would like to learn from them design something for them. So yeah,
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah, it would be
All
nice
right.
because actually we that way we are going to be helping small businesses here in Puerto Rico, and I like that idea. And one of the people that I thought about that we can learn from is actually Daniel El Travieso. I know that he
Oh
studies in la UPR, and yeah, if you don't know Daniel Travieso, I think everybody here knows who it is. He has
yeah,
a
yeah.
YouTube channel, and
Do you know
he's
him,
Mhm.
Christian?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and he's basically an expert at managing digital content. He has a really engaging audience and very loyal too, and he has a way of gathering lots of clients to his products. And I think it would be very interesting to ask a couple of questions. And since we have the accessibility that he studies at La UPR, and he
Yeah.
we can write to him, and also, I think that maybe we can also, this is a thing we can consider, is asking people, making like polls online or on Twitter, like conducting research to
Okay. Yeah.
ask maybe people what they would,
Prefer.
yeah, what
Would
they
like
are
to see.
looking for in digital content and stuff like that. And I think that those are the things we can the individuals we can ask in interviews.
Okay.
All
Christian.
right. I think that people that we can learn from. I chose two companies from here from Puerto Rico that manage their own social media.
Social media.
And yeah, and first I thought of the Guaynabo Fitness Center, which is a gym in here in Guaynabo, and I know the owner, and yeah, like he does all himself. And second, I thought of Burbujas, which is a restaurant also here in Guaynabo, and they manage their own social media accounts, and they always post, uh, the plates that they have that specific day and that type of stuff. So, and they try to make it attractive for the customer. You know, when
Yeah,
Yeah.
so so yeah, the like he also, like, the owner is the one who manages the account. So I think that he could be a good person to talk to.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds pretty cool. It sounds really, really cool.
yeah,
And we'll now go to B, learn from experts. And we're gonna read the resume here again. Who are the inspiring researchers, organizations in the space of your design challenge? Successful members of the target population can also be great experts. A telephone or Skype call with experts who are local often works very well. Okay, so now I personally thought of a shop. Well, I thought about Fresh, but here my peer Christian gave me the idea of a bigger company that it's called the Flight Club. Uh, if I'm not if I'm not wrong, they sell shoes, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, very
and they
expensive.
sell clothes, and they have everything that's like in.
Okay, so yeah, este, I would like to talk or learn from him, like the social media administrator of that company. I think they did a really great job. Like everybody knows that company. Este, from 20 to 30 years in United States knows about that store.
yeah,
If you're a teen, you know about that store too. So I would like to learn from him. You
Yes,
guys?
and Also, they also that I would like to mention. They also have they have a segment that they post also on YouTube, which would also tribute, I guess, to their digital contents in which they get famous people to come into their
Oh, and
and
buy.
buy. Yeah, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
So that
yeah.
gives them
That's
exposure.
like complex or something like that.
Yeah, that's recorded in their store. hmm
Damn.
Well, I have a company that specializes in digital marketing, and it's one of the most popular here in Puerto Rico. It's called Media Tech,
Yeah.
and they have in their fields that they do web design, they do social media, and they also do a thing called search marketing, which is let me see how I explain it. Like when you go into Google, there's basically like a percent of chance that your company will show up in the Google search results. Like for example, you search fast food in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
That also the company makes so that your company will show up between the top 10 Google searches
Okay.
and stuff like that.
But you have to pay that or pay for that
I
or
think yeah, I think that those are services that businesses pay, and they work for they work on the digital marketing for that business, and I think it would be a really good resource. They have done work in the past for or they work for actually DirecTV. They also do work for Denny's, the restaurant Denny's, Audi, Suiza,
so they're big.
Occidental. Yeah, they're like really big. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
they
yeah,
market for very big names. All right. Uh, so the experts to speak to, since I had mentioned the local gym here in Puerto Rico and that manages their own social medias. Well, as in a big where I think that the organization that they would basically aspire to be, and the main organization in the industry is Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like yeah, I think it would be good to talk to their whoever manages their social accounts, because I've seen that, for example, here in Puerto Rico, they've hired, or not hired, but they've made connections with Puerto Rican influencers to appear on their page, and that sometimes helps
Yeah.
motivate people to buy their membership.
Yeah, familiar phrases that helps.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. Well, we'll go to the next one. You see, immerse yourself in context. With a curious mindset, inspiration and new perspectives can be found in many places and without much preparation. Sharpen your skills and get started observing the world around you. Plan your observations by choosing places where you can have experiences that are relevant to your challenge. So we are mentioning locations, places.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, for me, a place where you can literally see a lot of mindsets, different mindsets, inspiration, a lot of different perspectives, and skills that are being perfected is the university. You know,
Yeah.
in the university, you interact with a lot of people. You interact with people your age, eh, people that are older than you, and now that we are, for example, for me, I'm in my fourth year now, so I can speak with younger people. So I can in the university you can learn from a lot of people, and also the associations, the the what's it say? The university itself has a social media account.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
So I think
yeah,
that location is pretty perfect for me.
yeah. And I think that we that location presents an advantage because especially if you're talking about Rio Piedras, the surroundings of Rio Piedras is actually surrounded by a lot of small businesses.
Yeah,
And yeah, I think it's a great place to get inspiration from. For me, I chose Puerto Rico Comic Con, like the
oh,
event
yeah,
there.
yeah,
I have, because personally I have went there like 2 or 3 times, and if you went, you know that it's basically like 80% of it, I would say, is like businesses promoting themselves. They have like their kiosks, and they hand you cards, and they thrive on but part of those businesses thrive on selling you stuff there, but majorly by you going into their websites and engaging with them outside of that place after that event
yeah,
has passed. And I think that it's very interesting to see how businesses manage that, how they treat their business, so that you, after the event has ended, after the 3 days that that Comic Con lasts, how
yeah.
you are still gonna engage with the company. And I think that we can learn a lot from that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
definitely. I've gone a couple times, and I noticed that yeah, a lot of the kiosks even have like flyers, like little cards, like little cards that
Yeah.
have all of their social media accounts, their website, and
Yeah,
like something like they'll put it in your bag, and so that you can contact them again.
yeah,
So okay, and the in context immersion location that I chose was the Loíza Street, because
So,
there's a lot of small businesses from here from Puerto Rico. Even though the area is it's been thriving and it's been getting better, but there's a lot of uh restaurants, bars that are from here from Puerto Rico, and you can take, for example, El Barrio, which they basically a, a very big way that they attract a bunch of people is by their Instagram page. They post every the specials that they will be having, and for which hours,
oh
and
yeah,
they almost almost on a daily basis.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
That's a good place. You can learn a lot from that place.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll go to the next one. D. Seek analogous inspiration. What are the activities, emotions, and behaviors that make up the experience of your challenge? Now select similar scenarios that you would like to observe in places and situations that are different than your design challenge. Well, first of all, we had a little bit of problem reading this and interpreting this.
yeah, interpreting it, yeah,
Yeah, so here we have to mention location. And for me, from what I understood, I put a convention center there where they when they do promotions about alcohol, you know,
mm,
the they these conventions they're like you said in Comic Con, like a lot of booth of different type of alcohols, different type of drinks, different combinations, and see how they interact with different kind of people, how they behavior, how the scenarios might be. So there's there's goes a lot of people, adolescents, to adults, even older people. You know, alcohol has I don't know, a huge market.
Yeah,
You have 18 years and you start drinking, so that's a lot of market. And if you don't have that market,
I think Carlos froze.
Froze a little bit. Yeah.
I don't know if he's still connected.
I think he might have lost the signal in time, his internet. Do I proceed
Well, I think
with
since this is like the last part of the project, I think that we can basically discuss because it was the last question of this section, and yeah, I think we can discuss it here, and then after the conference, we can speak with Carlos. Yeah, he left the meeting. Uh, so yeah, let's do that. We'll basically finish the question, and then we'll speak with Carlos as a group after the conference to tell our ideas on this last subject, which was to seek analogous inspiration. And for me, like Carlos said, Carlos was talking about the convention centers, and I think that's a very good place to attract because it's if I'm not mistaken, convention centers do a lot of events where they attract businesses. Like for example, they would do an event which is focused, and a lot of events will showcase their stuff and stuff like that. And then we got Carlos that connected back on.
yeah, my bad. It's the power in the house.
All
Uh,
right. Well, we were
okay, it's okay.
continuing the project. I was talking about the what you said about the convention centers. That I think it was a really good location because a lot of special events take place in convention centers where they would do like they would invite a lot of businesses
yeah,
to showcase something in particular, and I think we can take advantage of that. And also,
yeah,
which brings into my answer, which was like special events in malls, like let's say, for example, Plaza La America, which there are different kinds of showcases, and since the malls are a place that a lot of people accumulate, like they get a lot of
yeah,
foot traffic, they attract a lot of people and potential clients, and we can see how the customer engagement takes place in that sort of agglomerated
yeah.
place.
And even if you didn't went to that specific store, you're passing through and you're like, oh, I see this and I like that. And you enter, you see,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
All right. So for my analogous inspiration location, I chose the San Sebastian uh that they do annually here in Puerto Rico,
yeah,
because they well, first, a lot of people that are brought together there, that go to the party, for because they go there because they're always full and all of that. But there's always like promotions and different booths, especially I always see for different beers, and for I've also seen, and I know someone who's worked with AT&T there.
Yeah,
And it's just, yeah, I think it's good because it's another form of interaction with their clients, and they engage with their clients in a different environment.
yeah, that's true.
yeah. And you say in those parties there are a lot of products like alcohol and you see condoms like Durex.
Yeah, it's true.
You see medical plans like MCS. You see a lot of stuff, a lot of
It's
product, not just
very
alcohol.
diversified. Yeah, very
Yeah,
diversified.
so that's a pretty good place. You're having fun and promoting yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's it for today, and thanks for watching. See you guys.